Alright, hey guys. We're into the next video. That time again. Just gonna keep on pushing. It's probably gonna get a bit repetitive around the midsection here. Oh, I meant to knight there, not bats. It's probably gonna get a bit repetitive around the midsection here because, you know, it's gonna be the same decks over and over and over again. I can't afford to be playing anything else as a free-to-play player. I'm gonna fireball this witch now. If you play something else, I will arrows. I'm gonna Inferno Tower like this, so it locks on immediately. I don't know how I feel about arrowsing that. I think that the wizard's gonna get locked onto by the Inferno, which is fine by me. And I'm gonna arrows this. Oh wow, the arrows, fireball arrows doesn't kill a witch. That's terrible. So, I'm pretty sure that theoretically my only way to win this game is to never let him set up witch plus Royal Giant pushes. Every time he does, I think that I'm going to have to take damage. Whoa, okay, I have to fireball this. My arrows are too far out of cycle to try and get back around them to them in time. So yeah, I had to choose either take damage or cycle around. He's playing RG, Zap, Spear God, Skarmy, Valk, Witch, Wizard. That's 7 of his 8 cards. Yeah. The play should be relatively straightforward right now. I was planning to make... What was it? So, what I have to do here is I have to pressure opposite lane. I can't afford to let him just set up the push like that. Is he going to ignore that? He isn't going to ignore that. Yeah, that's good for me. So, I'm going to arrows this. I'm really hoping that my Dark Orb will live. Didn't live. Sucks. I went +1 and then -2, so I'm down 1 elixir right now. I'm gonna barrel anyway because I want him to zap. If he zaps, then I can have a clean defense with my Skarmy, which is nice for me, and I still get damage because zap is bad against God Barrel. I'm gonna Skarmy the river again. So, like, he played his Royal Giant the River. Royal Giant the River was a bad play because I have a direct counter to Royal Giant in my hand. So I'm trying to, like, split up his elixir. So, because every time he plays a witch like that, I can't really counter it. Because the way that you counter, as a Cycle player, the way that you counter them putting a bunch of Rangers behind a tank is by using your spell on the Rangers. Except my spells don't kill his Rangers. So, my only way of killing his stuff just doesn't kill his stuff. Oh, he's got a Valk mini P.E.K.K.A down. I'm gonna wait for as long as I can and then play a knight. You notice I played my knight in the perfect timing so that it pulls the mini P.E.K.K.A but not the Valkyrie. That's a pretty precise timing, but yeah, it's useful. I still can't... He's swapping lanes, which is very smart, but I still can't let him just do that, so I'm gonna go in anyway. I'm gonna arrows those spear guards because I need him to zap. Zap, do it. Okay, good. I needed him to spend more elixir. It doesn't even really matter if I'm taking a big negative trade. Just as long as he's spending elixir, I am continuing to survive. I was trying to knock that wizard sideways into my Inferno Tower. It didn't work out. That's kind of my fault. I'm going to barrel again. I batched behind my knight so that it could try to DPS down his stuff, but he decided to commit a mini P.E.K.K.A. Because he committed a mini P.E.K.K.A, I got some damage with my Goblin Barrel. I'm going to let this mini P.E.K.K.A get a hit on my tower. I don't have elixir to afford to just waste. Like, I could Skarmy to stop the mini P.E.K.K.A hit, but if I did Skarmy to stop the mini P.E.K.K.A hit, then I end up being down a huge amount of elixir because the Skarmy immediately dies to my Valkyrie, to his Valkyrie. Oh, he has Skarmy this whole time. So Skarmy is his last card. I'm gonna Bats around to try and stall the witch for a while. Arrows, Skarmy. I like playing Skarmy here because it defends and he has to respond to it afterwards, and then he's wasted a huge amount of elixir there because that's 5 elixir, that's a lot of elixir. He can zap, but it's still good damage for me. I'm gonna knight because I want to protect my Dark Goblin here. I'm gonna Inferno Tower low. I don't think he's back to his zap. Oh, he's back to his zap now, so I'm gonna Skeleton Army this. I have no other option too because just he has too much stuff coming down the lane. I had to Skarmy even though it was right into a wizard. I am up damage, which is pretty nice. Only 400, which is not pretty nice. He has an RG in front of a witch, which is my worst case scenario, but it died quickly, so it's working out. Dark Goblin again. He wasted his witch. He doesn't understand that his win condition is get a witch behind a Royal Giant. I can Skarmy here because the witch won't splash, or not enough to save his mini P.E.K.K.A. I can Dark Gob again to kill his stuff. I didn't want to play my arrows there because I want to save my arrows to just get last minute tower damage. And then that should be game. I didn't manage to take his tower, but it was close enough. So yeah, good game. That was a tough one. Everyone's going to be a tough one. Once the series starts slowing down, I'll probably start starting up the other series. I have plans for a Bloons series and a Minecraft series, actually, so stay tuned for those. Oh, right, also, I leveled offline. I leveled up offline. Unlocked 2 more cards there, too. So, we'll get to upgrading. Tower upgrades are really handy. So, yeah. What are the new cards I'm getting just unlocked? I don't think I have explained Poison. I might have, but I'm just going to explain it again anyway. So Poison is, you know Fireball, right? Fireball. Where is Fireball? Fireball is here. Yeah, Fireball is here. It hits pretty hard instantly. Poison hits just slightly harder than the Fireball, but it does damage over 8 seconds. So in some situations it's worse than a Fireball because instead of hitting instantly, you just keep stuff in the poison for 8 seconds. But in other situations, it's better than a Fireball. Why? Because it hits over a larger area. It's better against swarms since it covers the area for a longer period of time. And on top of that, it slows enemy unit movement speed. So it has an extra effect. Instead of knockbacking like a Fireball, it slows. So Poison is just an alternative to Fireball. Some people use Fireball, some people use Poison. It depends on the deck, really. Tesla is a defensive building. It's like Cannon. Bomb Tower, Cannon, Tesla, same difference. So Tesla, it hits relatively hard, not all that fast. It's a lot like a Musketeer in a way. It hits hard, it doesn't have a huge amount of health. The interesting part about Tesla, actually, is that when it's not attacking, it goes underground. And when it's underground, it's immune to every spell except for Earthquake, because, you know, Earthquake's under the ground. But the thing with Tesla is that it's a pretty solid DPS building, but it's very good at stacking. So, like, you can get a Tesla, and you can get a second Tesla down before the first one even dies, because since it goes underground, they can't punish you for stacking Teslas. Ordinarily, like, if I try stacking a bomb tower, right, I play my first bomb tower, I play a second bomb tower. When I play the second bomb tower, they can hit a spell on my bomb tower, both my bomb towers, and it's bad value for me. But since the Tesla can go underground, you can stack a lot of Teslas, and they can't really do anything about it. Minion Horde. Minion Horde is a garbage card. So, minions, I've explained minions before. They're a swarm, they're in the air, they do solid damage per second. Overall, they've got pretty decent health, but because individually they're not all that strong, they're weak to splash cards and small spells. Minion Horde is like minions, except more. The problem with this is that it's a 5 elixir card, and it gets full countered by 2 elixir zap, 2 elixir snowball, 1 elixir fire spirit, 3 elixir arrows. So all of those cards get positive trades. And I didn't list off all the cards that can get positive trades against this thing, because practically everything gets positive trades against this thing. So Minion Horde is a really bad card. Basically nobody uses it. Barb Hut, also a really bad card. So remember Tombstone Goblin Hut? Those are spawners, so they spawn stuff. You place it and then it spawns things over time. So Barb Hut is another spawner, like Gob Hut and Tombstone. It spawns 3 barbarians, and it costs 6 elixir, so it's a really heavy spawner, and it spawns the most valuable thing. The issue, of course, is that barbarians, as a unit, are kind of really bad. Like, it barely even defended that Royal Giant, and you only got 4 barbarians on a counter push. Like, what if you tried playing regular barbarians against a Royal Giant? The regular barbarians would full counter for 1 less elixir, and you get more barbarians. So, like, even a bad card like barbarians still outdoes Barb Hut. Barb Hut is kind of just all around a terrible card. It doesn't have enough health to be worth using it as a tank. It doesn't summon enough barbarians to do much damage, and the barbarians themselves are not tanky enough to be worth using as a tank. So there's nothing that Barb Hut does that can't be done better by something else. On that depressing note, we're going to move into... Actually, I just saw that I'm only 1 off of getting a level 10 God Barrel, so I'm going to do that right now. That's nice. But, yeah, so we're going to keep on moving into the next game. It's pretty nice to see that, actually my levels... Oh, this guy's got level 10 tower. That's concerning. This guy's probably got very high level stuff. I'm going to leak. I might see you guys in a minute if I have to... Oh, never mind. I was going to say I might have to see you guys in a minute if I have to edit out waiting for double time, but didn't have to wait. Level 11 Knight. Don't love this. Knight. Okay. I was really hoping that Knight would get down in time, but it didn't. I was trying to protect my Dark Goblin. If I did protect my Dark Goblin, that would have been a good interaction for me because the tower and the Dark Goblin would have given my stuff an advantage. It looks like this guy's playing bait, but he's got crazy levels. 9, 12, and 11. So he's got Dark Goblin Knight barrel. I'll play my barrel opposite lane. It's just a psychology thing, honestly. He could, if he's smart, he'll switch lanes to match me, but what's probably going to happen is he's going to end up going in this lane because he has a Valk there. I decided Inferno Tower because none of my stuff is good into his Valk. I have no idea what those Spear Gobs are for. I'm going to Knight like this to pull the Valkyrie Dark Gob for his Dark Gob, and then Skarmy for his barrel. I had to let one Spear Goblin go because I just didn't have any way of distracting it. Spear Goblins don't hit too hard, so it's not all that bad. Berserker is a terrible card. I think I've already explained that to you guys. I'm going to ignore that Berserker, and honestly, I'm going to ignore that Bomber. I can tell that I'm down Elixir right now, so I would rather just wait. I'm going to let one Spear Gob lock onto my tower before batsing, so that the bats will actually full kill the Spear Gobs. If I had pulled all 3 of them, then the bats would have lost interaction. So I'm down only a little bit of damage, but since I start down damage, I've actually got about an equal amount of damage that he has, so we're kind of even. Kind of. He's got Baby Drag, Valkyrie, Dark Gob, Bomber, Spear Gobs, Barrel, Berserker. That's 7 of his 8 cards. I'm gonna Inferno Tower like this. I'm pretty sure that's a very far side barrel, yeah. He plays Dark Gob and it got sniped. Oh, that was meant to be, please stay alive. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna stay alive. That's my fault. I should not have played my bats or my knight there. He plays it to the side again, so I will Skarmy to the side again. And he's gonna give me another free Dark Goblin. I'm gonna arrows this and hope that the Baby Dragon was targeting my Dark Gob. I was hoping for a counter push and just eat a little bit of tower damage. I'm gonna Inferno Tower again to counter his Baby Dragon. And then, oh, I got outcycled. Getting outcycled for me is really terrible because, you know, it's such a high level that I can't really counter it with other means. I'm down 300 damage now, which is not as much as I thought, actually. Does he not have arrows? He probably has arrows. Maybe he doesn't have arrows. If he had arrows, he probably would have been playing it right now. I don't want to waste my Dark Goblin on those Spear Gobs, because Dark Goblin is too valuable of a card for me to waste it on something so small. I'm going to Knight. I kind of have to let that Dark Goblin die to the Valkyrie. Don't love to see it. Oh, bats. He's feeding me a bunch of Elixir because, you know, it's not getting through an Inferno Tower. I'm going to Skarmy for his barrel. I'm hoping that the Skarmy will full counter. It almost full countered. I'm actually up a bunch of damage. I don't know where that damage came from, but I'm up, which is nice. I was looking at defense, so I didn't see whatever happened on offense. I focus a lot on defense. I'm more of a defensive player, to be honest. I'm going to barrel here. I decided to let the Knight connect to my tower there. I didn't want to spend any Elixir to stop it, and I'm assuming that he wants to go opposite lane of me anyway. I'm going to arrows Skarmy. Do I know his whole deck? I think his 8th card was Skeleton Army or something like that. I need 2 fireballs to win this game. I'm not sure how I'm going to go about getting 2 fireballs on his tower, so I'm probably going to stick to Goblin Barrels. That's a very bad Valkyrie because it's just asking to be countered by bats, which is a -2. And that's game. Nice. Oh, my gobs do more than 100 damage now. That's useful. So, well, actually, I'm only 5 levels off of having my first max card, which is... I mean, of course, I'm not going to be maxing Gob Barrel, but it's closer, at least. Of these 2, I don't need to use either of them, so I'll just pick at random. I'll explain Golem right now. Golem is an 8 Elixir tank. He is the tankiest tank. Of all the tanks, he is the tanky tank. So, you know, Gob Giant, Royal Giant, Giant, they're tanks, P.E.K.K.A, Giant Skelly, Golem. Golem, of all the tanks, he is the heaviest, he costs 8 Elixir, he moves the slowest, he has the most health. Look at his health. Look at that number. That's a big number, 5,120. Golem's actually not the greatest card in the world right now, because people have such high pressure decks, so if every time you play a Golem, you only have 2 Elixir left over in your bar. How are you going to defend high pressure with 2 Elixir? It doesn't really work, so Golem is quite not the greatest right now, really. People will just spam you, and they don't have to be good to spam you, so you can lose to bad players, which is very annoying. Oh, we unlocked Zappies. I think I've already explained Zappies, though. Hit like the damage per second of a Dark Goblin. They cost 1 more Elixir, of course. There are 3 of them, so they're like kind of a swarm, kind of not. they hit like a zap, so they stun for a half second. Since there's 3 of them, you can chain the stuns like you can see in this image, well, this video, so they're almost completely stopping a Royal Giant just because they make it so that the Royal Giant can't walk. Oh, they full stop the Royal Giant. So zappies are really good against individual tanks like Giant and actually Golem, which is pretty interesting. Oh, apparently I also leveled up my arrows. This is looking pretty nice right now. I bet Fireball Arrows kills a level 11 Witch now that I have higher level stuff. I'm considering getting my Fireball to level 10 since it's pretty close. But actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to save my wild cards for this deck because this is going to be my next deck. And it's going to be a couple arenas until I unlock it, but I want to try and save... I want to try and use as many wild cards on it as I can. So yeah, I'm going to be trying not to use them. I don't know if I actually mentioned it yet, but my goal is to hit the next arena in this video. So I think that's 5 games? Yeah. So I'm going to bats. I would normally fireball that Musketeer, but it's level 10, and I don't want to commit to playing 7 Elixir of Spells on it, because I'd have to fireball arrows to full kill it. That I will fireball. I'm going to try and hit the Musketeer and the Barbarians. Oh, that's nice. Okay. I'm going to arrows that. I regret arrowsing that, because I don't have Elixir if he zaps now. That was a terrible arrows. I'm gonna barrel as soon as I can. I'm pretty sure this is gonna get good damage. I don't think he has Elixir to stop this. Yeah, that's great. Bunch of rounds of gob stabs. So, I did just Goblin Barrel on like 0 Elixir though, so I'm gonna ignore this Bomber and the Spear Goblin because I don't want to be down too much. No, bats. It might be the wrong play. If it is the wrong play, I might lose. If it's not the wrong play, I might not. I don't know. Not perfect. Yeah, I don't think it was the wrong play because he didn't play anything yet, which means that I'm not down Elixir, even though I play those bats. I decided Knight. Maybe he was just waiting for me. Some people make the mistake of leaking Elixir. You don't leak Elixir. Please do not leak Elixir. It's a very tough play to pull off. Oh, that's an instant Fireball Arrows. So he has Evo Barbarians. I don't think I've explained Evo Barbarians yet, actually. So they're just Barbarians with more stats. That's it. Oh, this is terrifying. I have to scar me late. Please arrows. He spammed at the same time that I spammed. Nice thing about placing cards is that typically it pulls things off of your tower. Oh, he arrows. So he took a negative 4 on that. I played Skarmy, he played arrows. That's 3 for 3, but it also counted as mini P.E.K.K.A. So I'm up damage and I'm up Elixir. It was an unfortunate interaction, but it looks like I'm gonna win this game relatively quickly. So, it's looking pretty good. I'm going to wait for him to play something this time, because I don't want to... I just need to have my Fireball Arrows for his Barbs every time he plays them. Yeah, okay. I'll Fireball this side. I don't want to arrows right now, so I'm going to bats. I still want to arrows those either, because I feel like it would be a waste. He's got Barbs, Musketeer, Fireball, Arrows, Mini P.E.K.K.A., Stag Gobs. This guy's playing like an Arena 1 deck. He must just have absurdly high levels is the reason why he got up here, and he's made P.E.K.K.A.ing into my stuff. That's great. That's free Fireball. Thank you, good sir. I'm gonna bats this because I need to make sure that it full dies. One thing about Evo Barbs is that on top of just stat buffs, they also oh, that's game. Sometimes bats will connect to the tower like that. The thing about Evo Barbs is that on top of the stat buffs, after they attack something, they walk faster for a couple seconds. So that's really the only thing you have to worry about. Sometimes they'll connect to your tower quickly. But as long as you're not trying to directly engage Barbarians on the ground, you're going to be fine. So kill them with spells, kill them with splash, kill them with Rangers, whatever. Single target Rangers aren't actually all that good into Barbarians, though. So, yeah. We'll wait for them to play something. Go up to Hog Rider. I'm a little bit slow right now. I'm going to see if I can activate King Tower off of this E-Spirit with bats. Oh, dang it. Okay. I was hoping that would chain to my King Tower, but it chained around the bats and then to my tower. So he's got Hog Spirit, Fireball, Arrows. It looks like he's playing Hog Cycle, but he's just terrible at the game, so he needs those ultra-high levels to get anywhere. Is he going to set up a push? Play a tank in front, I dare you. Oh, he's already got his Hog. Dang, okay, I got outcycled. I'm gonna Fireball this. I'm gonna wait for the... No, I'm not gonna wait for the perfect timing. I don't need it. I almost needed it. But there's a perfect timing for all cards. This is kind of an advanced topic. I don't know if I'm gonna have the time in the middle of the match to explain. So when a card is attacking, it doesn't it can get interrupted mid-attack, right? That doesn't chain? Okay. I guess you just can't activate King Tower off an E-Spirit using bats. That's my fault. I guess I'll remember that for the future. I'll barrel here. He's probably going to arrows it. Oh, he's got Firecracker. This guy's got an old account. Regardless, I can activate my King Tower off a Firecracker. This is an interaction that you're going to need to know at some point because you're going to face a lot of Firecrackers. When they play a Firecracker, you can play a card on any of these tiles. On this tile too, actually, but it's better on any of these 3 tiles. Because, oh, he's gonna get to his hog. He has his hog in hand right now. I'm gonna ignore that. I don't have elixir to spend on it, so I have to ignore it. But he has his hog in hand right now, so I have to be real careful. I'm gonna knight. I want to be a little bit aggressive because I have Skarmy, of course, but he can arrows my Skarmy if he's a good player. So I want to try and get him to play his arrows right now. Yep, there it is. Oh, my arrows don't kill his Firecracker. That is catastrophic. Please don't hog. Okay. I'm actually going to Skarmy this. I did not need to Skarmy that. Well, I still got out his E-Spirit. That's nice. I'm going to Bats again. Barrel the tower again. He's got a faster cycle than me, so this is going to turn out to be a very difficult... You're really fireballing that. No way you're fireballing that. I am not letting you get away with a fireball on that. I'm letting you get away with a fireball on that. He's ignoring my Skarmy. Wow, okay. Did he give up? He gave up. He must have disconnected or something. Oh, never mind. Didn't give up. Must be bad Wi-Fi. Well, that's game. Yeah, he's definitely got bad Wi-Fi. I hate to see it. My plan for winning that game was, I was going to try and stack Dark Goblins on him. Because, so his game plan is just play Hogs, Fireball my Inferno Tower, and then he gets Fireball damage even if I defend the Hog Rider. My game plan is I can't let him Fireball my Inferno Tower, so I Inferno Tower high, preemptively Fireball his Firecracker so he can't get Splash from my Inferno Tower to my tower, and then, since I can't outcycle his arrows and he has Fireball, what I need to do is I need to, try and get extra value with my units by playing them like Bridge Spam, because I knew that he didn't have very much Splash, so I could get value out of playing Skarmy the River. Yeah. I'm gonna wait for him to play something. Once again, might cut, might not. No cut. That's a Fireball. Low-level Wizard, full dies to the Fireball. Please tell me that the Knight goes in front. Oh, he saved my Dark Gob. Thank you, kind sir. If he didn't play that Gobs, the Dark Goblin would have gone in front of my Knight. It would have gotten hit by his Dark Goblin first, and I would have gotten 0 damage there. So we got Wizard, Skarmy, Wizard, Skarmy, Dark Gob, Gobs. That's 4 of his 8 cards. And gang, level 7. Oh, there's a very unfortunate interaction. So when you have an equal or higher level Princess Tower, your tower 2-shots stab goblins. But when you have a lower level Princess Tower, then your tower 3-shots stab goblins. Now that is terrifying. Why is that terrifying? Because 3-shotting is the equivalent of 50% more hits. 50% more hits is like 50% more health. So even though it's only a 1 level difference, it's as if they have like this insanely massive level difference. Yeah. So the stab goblin interactions are very unfortunate. If you're looking to be a mid-ladder menace, stab goblins is the way to go. But this guy's actually getting flawless. He's already lost a tower, and we're not even double time yet. Oh, he has Hog. Okay. Hog, Dark Gob, Witch, Skarmy, Wizard, Stab Gobs, Gang. That's 7 of 8 cards. I don't have to respond to these. I will respond to the Spear Gobs, but not the Stab Gobs, because the Inferno Tower will help out with the Stab Gobs. I'm pretty sure he's back to his Hog, so I'm going to play a Dark Goblin preemptively so I can get back around to my Inferno Tower. Okay. That's a Fireball, Arrows, and then Skarmy. Oh, I didn't have the arrows because the Dark Goblin was going to come back to help out. Dark Gob's got a crazy sight range. I can Bats to full counter that Wizard. Oh, Bats. All night just in case he zaps. He can zap. I'm going to Gob Barrel. He's probably going to Skarmy that, so I'm actually going to Fireball. Nope, nothing. Okay. I think that he gave up. Even if he didn't give up that would-be tower, so it doesn't really matter if he all-ins me, because he doesn't have enough time to take my towers anyway. So that's game. Not much to say in that game, actually. He just played bad. That was it. We're still making pretty solid progress. Like, I'm still kind of a little amazed that progress is happening so fast on this account. Oh, I don't want to overflow wildcards, so I'm going to use a couple on, my next deck. So I'm going to level up lightning a couple times. I need to level up one more time? Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to have to level up lightning to the max anyway, so I'm just going to use my cards here. And then I can collect these without having them overflow to something random. So I'm going to want to use, because there's no epic, well, there's 2 epic cards here, but these aren't level-dependent cards. This is a level-dependent card, so I'm going to want to save my epic wild cards for only my lightning from here on out. I'm going to save my common and my rare wild cards, because I'm not sure if I want to level up this deck more before I move over, because it might be too hard for me to actually unlock the full deck before the people get such high levels, so I might need to use my wild cards early to keep up with them. But for now, I'm doing fine, so I'm going to try not to use my wild cards. So, yeah. By the way, I'll just do a quick recap of everything that's changed in the update. So, we lost the season shop, but everything's moved to the extra special events now. Oh, he knows how to play the game. This guy definitely knows how to play the game. Maybe he doesn't. You know how to play the Skarmy. And he just strikes me as a good player. I don't know why. My spidey senses, you know? But, so we lost the season shop. Season shop rewards have been moved to special events across the season. Is he letting that? No, he is not. He knows the timing how to play that, too. So I don't know why this guy just gives me this... My spider senses are telling me that this is danger. I'm going to knight quickly so it doesn't charge. If I had waited on that knight, the Dark Prince would have charged and it would have gotten a bit more damage on my knight. Though, since it's such a high level, my knight's practically dead anyway. He's got arrows, Skarmy, knight... oh, okay. I physically recoiled from that baby dragon in the river. So he's got Mini P.E.K.K.A, Dark Prince, Baby Drag, Skarmy, Arrows, God Barrel. That's 6 of his 8 cards. I don't know. So yeah, make sure to keep tuning in through the season to get all of the special rewards. And then, what else? What else? Yeah, just do clan wars outside of that. Oh, right. I'm planning to make another clan because some people I know kind of know in real life, want to join a YouTube clan, but all the clans on all 3 of my accounts are full, so they can't join. This guy, I feel like this guy wants to arrows my Skarmy, so I'm gonna be ready to God Barrel. Nope, never mind. Okay, I'm gonna God Barrel. I think that I outcycled his arrows, so I'm gonna pre-arrows for his Skarmy. That's very nice. His Skarmy did actually kill one of my gobs before I got the arrows down, but it was fast enough that it worked. The Dark Prince got a hit on my tower. It would not have gotten a hit on my tower if it was equal level, but it wasn't. I don't mind taking that hit, though, because, I mean, look at his tower. It doesn't really matter what I do as long as I'm winning. That's a Hunter. I don't know why he's playing a Hunter. Hunter has no synergy with his deck. I'm going to Dark Gob to kill the Skarmy. I don't have to react to the Hunter because it's low enough health that it'll just die to my tower. I'm going to Knight High to pull the Dark Prince so that the Dark Goblin comes back to help out. I'm going to Bats the corner. It's my safest play right now. I'm going to Inferno Tower preemptively just because I want to have defense set up, because I know that all I have to do is just defend for 20 seconds and then I win. So, yeah, pretty much all I have to do is just not die in 20 seconds, and yeah, it's over for him. Yeah. I'm thinking of cutting a little bit sooner on these games. Once I know it's over, I might just cut. I kind of like having the unedited gameplay, because a lot of the YouTubers, what they do is they cut out so much. Like, they cut out all their losses, they cut out the end of the games. I want you guys to see what it's like to just play the game all the way through. I want to have the entire every step of the way from 0 to 9,000 on camera, even though I technically don't have Arena 1 on camera. So, this should be I think it's the last or the second to last game before we hit the next arena, so the video might be over soon-ish. Oh, that's another thing, by the way. I haven't talked about this. The reason why I don't cut my losses is because, It feels a little bit dishonest. You can't expect to play this game and win all the time. The pros might show you only their wins, but that's not the only games that they're playing. They still lose sometimes. No matter how good you are at the game, you're still going to lose just because you got unlucky sometimes. It's just how the game goes. So I don't think I'm going to cut out my losses ever. Barb Barrel. If he plays a Barb Barrel the river, it will get one hit on my tower, but because it got distracted on that skeleton for 1 second, it didn't end up getting a hit on my tower, and I knew it wouldn't get a hit, so I didn't bother playing anything. He's got Witch. He's going to set up another barrel again. I'm probably going to have to fireball this again if he goes in with it. If he doesn't go in with it, I don't have to fireball, so I don't have to fireball. That's nice. He's going to fireball my Dart Gob. I don't like that. That's bad for me. Oh, the Witch didn't cross. That's my mistake. So I had the bats to kill it. I'm down elixir now. I needed to have the bats to kill the guards. So I'm hoping that he'll gob barrel here and give me a free arrows. If he doesn't, then he'll scar me. Oh, he's goblin barreling opposite lane, which is smart. I don't have anything good for his elite barbarians in cycle. I have to ignore that barb barrel to get my elixir back. It's only one barb hit. I don't mind it too much. Ouch. 200 damage isn't that bad. I'm still up. I've taken 800 damage off his tower, he got 200 damage off mine, so I'm kind of up 600, kind of not. I know he has Fireball now, and he likes to Fireball my Dark Goblin, so I'm not going to play my Dark Goblin low enough for him to Fireball it this time. I'm going to Knight as late as possible, try and make sure that his Witch crosses this time. I'm going to play my Dark Goblin a tile higher than usual. You're really Fireballing that. Really. I'm going to Scar me the river, and then the guards should get high enough in time that the Dark Goblin won't cross, so I'm going to Bats to make sure that the guards die quickly. He's ignoring that Scar me, which is going to take a lot of damage off his tower, so he had to Barb Barrel late, and because he had to Barb Barrel late, he didn't have time to counter my Dart Gob, and because he is down elixir, I decide that it's a good time to go Knight Barrel the river. He had to Fireball my barrel, which is good for me, because that's 4 for 3, and then my Dart Gob's going to hit his Witch, not kill it. Unfortunate. I can Fireball this, that'll kill the guards and the Witch. I don't mind spending -1 on the guards because it also kills the Witch. I can arrows his barrel. Things are looking real nice right now. I've got half of both of his towers, and he's got only 200 damage still. He's had a wizard this whole time. That wizard insta-dies to my fireball, though. Wizard is not supposed to insta-die to fireball, but levels Royale. E-barbs, they're kind of a menace when they're over-leveled. A lot of people don't like e-barbs just because they're strong when they're over-leveled. They're just not good cards when you know how to play around them. They're terrible against swarms, and they don't actually even do that much damage per second into tanks, really. So as long as you just distract them with stuff, it's going to be over for them. I always like to see it when newer players are more respectful. It's just kind of a refreshing thing to see because nobody at the top is respectful like that. We have this current event, except you can't actually claim these by playing, you have to just wait. And this one's pay to win, so yeah, that should be the end of what we were planning to do for this video. So I'm going to do just a little bit of account maintenance to end it off, you know, upgrades, thinking about how I'm going to plan out the stuff. I might actually use my wildcards to finish things off here, because, well, so let's think about it. I'm going to unlock log in this arena, because now we have the log, and these 3 legendary chests should probably, hopefully, give me a log. I'm going to get Firecracker out of this arena. So perhaps what I'll do is when I get Log and Firecracker, I'll play a weird version of this deck where I'll have Firecracker in this slot and then Log in this slot, and then I'll just use arrows instead of delivery until I unlock delivery at all the way up here. So delivery is not going to be for a little while. Maybe instead, actually what I'll do is I'll use Barb Barrel instead of arrows, because so delivery, it's like a Barb Barrel that hits harder. Really, delivery is just a better Barb Barrel. But, so Barb Barrel, since it's kind of just a worse delivery, I could reasonably sub it in for now on this deck. No, I'll use arrows, because arrows is already a higher level. So, there isn't much overlap, but I do know that I'm going to be staying with Inferno Tower, so I will be using my wild cards on the Inferno Tower. So, yeah, that's actually really all I have to do for the deck account maintenance right now. I've got a lot of rares in this deck. Well, I've got 3 rares, 2 commons, 1 legendary, 3 commons, 1, 2, 3, 1 epic and 1 legendary. So it's relatively balanced out. I'm sure you guys will see why I chose this deck once I have it maxed out. There's a lot to explain in terms of that, but yeah. So all I have left to do today is do the clan wars, and I'll do that off camera because clan wars, I'm still getting stomped by people with higher levels than me. So yeah, see you guys.